that's my market testing hustle story.
Okay.
So
I would say last year for me in 2015 was a hustle because I had to get all these certifications, get my house inspected, and just ask other daycare providers how they did certain things and just learning.
Yeah.
And then just putting a flyer out and just letting it roll. So, because I so badly wanted out of my previous job.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave me energy to do that.
I think that's the thing about hustling is when you find the right hustle, it sucks at the time, but it's purposed. It's not like I'm just going to work at Taco Bell for the rest of my life kind of a thing. It's like got a definite goal in mind, and it's got like an end date possibly out there, or if you don't know the actual date, you'll know like the point where like this, it's time to cut this off, or like it just goes fast.
Yeah.
And you know, the cool thing about watching you with the daycare last year was you finally had a thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anymore about I'm going to try out this and see if it works, and if it doesn't, then I'll just continue to complain.
Yeah.
It was like, we're going to do this and we're going to have it done by this date, and we're going to, and you actually like started to pay money towards it, and you started to get certified towards it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was real commitment.
Yeah.
So that was cool, because any of us can hustle on paper, and when we have a new idea and come up with all these ideas and everything like that, we're just like, oh, this is going to work, and this is going to do this and this and this and this. But when you actually like put down $50 or $100 on it,
This
like,
is
okay, this is it.
I know.
I'm paying money. We set up a marketing budget. Time to get it going.
Anyone can set up a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, it's when you actually start to put money towards something, or time or something like that, to actually walk in and get a job at a fast food restaurant and say, I'm not just playing around with this. I'm ready to go. So
It and it also reinforces in my mind that we are more in control of things than we think we are.
Yep.
Which I still struggle with that, victim mentality. Well, nobody's gonna come to this daycare. Nobody wants personal finance advice, And it's easy to just sit there and just not do anything.
Yeah.
And then say, "See, told you," But we are in control of more than we think we are.
Yes, we are. It'll hurt.
It hurts, yeah.
But you're in control of it. So the last one, this one's a downer. But this was like one of my earliest signals that it was time to, or that I wouldn't be around long. My first accounting firm that I worked for, I hustled to prepare a business plan for adding something as easy as we did payroll at our company, but we would print out checks, and then the business owner would come and pick up the checks and then give them to their employees. And it was simple as looking at the software that we had and figuring out what would be required for us to do electronic depositing into our customers' employee accounts.
Yeah.
And I like did all this research and found out the prices and figured out what we'd have to charge and everything like that, and gave it to my boss, prepared it and presented it, or gave the presentation to my boss and everything, and then it just sat there and didn't do anything with it. So I think it was like months and months and months, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're still thinking about it. We're asking our customers if that's something they're interested in, stuff like that." But it was just, it never went anywhere.
Yeah.
And that was a signal at that first employer that I'm like, I need to stop bothering.
Yeah.
I'm going to have all sorts of ideas for what to do to make our company better.
Yeah.
And they're not interested in them.
Right.
So that's not for me to do.
Right.
I'm the worker bee.
Yeah. Just
So
do what they tell you to do.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
So that one always sticks with me too, because, when I get back to the point where I want to have employees again, don't treat them that way when they have an idea, that the only good ideas were the ideas I came up with, and
Right.
employees just need to shut up and do the work.
Right.
And I'll come up with the brilliant ideas. So, but that was a hustle, because I did a lot of things that I use now all the time.
Yeah.
Researching something out, trying an idea, and seeing if it works. So.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any more?
That was all I had on my mind.
Cool.
Yep. Moving to our nerd talk.
Yep.
Favorite after-school cartoons or shows?
Okay.
I broke mine down into cartoons and shows.
Okay. I'm just going to clarify at the beginning. I feel like these were afternoon shows.
Okay.
But I could be wrong on
Okay.
some of them. So.
I remember Bobby's World,
Yeah.
Animaniacs,
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
That was earlier. And then Batman the Animated Series.
Mm-hmm.
Those were 4 that I remember just very vividly.
Mm-hmm. So what stands out for you?
Animaniacs.
Yeah. That's on my list.
That just... And now, what's funny is I watch it now and I get it more.
So much more.
Yeah.
It was like, I already loved this show and I didn't understand half of what they were talking about. I didn't have nearly enough of the film references or pop culture references that they made in that show when I was a kid.
Yeah. Just
like I kind of understood the good
feathers.
feathers.
Yeah, the good feathers.
But I had no clue.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's the Godfather.
I thought
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas and Godfather,
Godfather.
all of it combined. And I'm like, I knew that, but I hadn't seen them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, just those references, but it was still good.
yep. Yeah, that's on my list too.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Bonkers. Do you remember Bonkers?
I do.
Yeah. So I've got that one on there. I don't know why it stands out so much, but that was a show I watched all the time. He was the weird bobcat kind of character, and he had a human partner, and they were cops.
Yeah.
And the world was just like off the wall, weird, and different things going on. So that one stands out to me. So.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
You're okay. Yeah, I can't remember if this was after school or Saturdays, but Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was
a fun show.
Was that Saturdays? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know on some of these. For me, it's weird, and I think I've said this before, because we didn't get satellite until I was 13 or so. 13 or 14 is when we got our first satellite dish. And before that, we didn't have network TV. Because we lived in a valley and an antenna would have had to be like 200 feet up into a tree in order to work.
Yeah.
So some of these I watched them. If I watched them, they were reruns, or I watched them at a friend's house or something like that. But
awesome.
I've got I'm still in cartoon mode. I only have one actual show.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Doug, I've got Doug on my list.
Nickelodeon. I never got into him.
I don't know what it was about him, but yeah, I've got that on there. Probably it was Patty, because she was pretty. But yeah, I've got that on here. There were other shows. They were like they're in my mind. You couldn't have told me that was Nickelodeon. That wouldn't have stood out to me. There was Disney shows, and then there were non-Disney shows.
Yeah, yeah.
So whether it was on PBS or Nickelodeon or whatever, it all kind of got lumped into the same. But did you ever remember the show Wishbone? No?
No.
I think that was a PBS show.
Oh.
But it was a Jack Russell Terrier dog. And it was the premise behind the show was they would do a different book each week, and he would be like a character in one of the books. So there's like they did the book with Don Quixote, tilting against against windmills.
Yeah.
And he was like his Don Quixote's assistant or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
But that one just stands out in my head because it was about reading, and I loved reading. And it was a Jack Russell puppy, and so it was cool. So
awesome.
That one stands out for me. But like I said, that was probably on PBS, which meant nobody who had real TV ever watched it. They had better stuff to watch. So
yeah. I think this was a Saturday morning cartoon, though. Beetlejuice.
The cartoon.
The cartoon was phenomenal.
I vaguely remember that.
Oh, it was awesome.
I probably wasn't allowed to watch it.
Probably not. Dealing with the dead.
Same with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So.
Ghostbusters was awesome. What about Batman? Were you able to watch Batman?
I did watch a bit of Batman.
Okay.
I wasn't into it like a lot of my friends are.
Yeah.
So it's not memorable to me because I was much more into Spider-Man and X-Men. Batman, the animated series when I was a kid, was a little bit boring. So, but I think it was also Fox.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't it Fox?
Yeah. Originally, it was on their Sunday night lineup too. It was like more adult.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's on. What is?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Is it on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime that you can watch the whole animated series? I need to do that because I vaguely remember it, but not enough to be conversing about it. I got 2 more shows in my Disney lineup that stand out for me. Darkwing Duck
I remember that.
was my favorite superhero cartoon back in the day. That was just awesome. It was spoofy.
Yeah.
It was sarcastic. It had funny villains, like really creative and funny villains, and it was great.
Didn't he take himself very seriously? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just so funny.
Yep. But the lines, I mean, I am the terror that walks through the night or something.
Yeah.
I am the something to yours.
Yep.
There's a webpage where you can look up all the quotes from Darkwing Duck. So, and then the last one I've got, I like this one because it was kind of different. Was Tiny Toons Adventures.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
That one was really cool because it was like all of the Looney Tunes that you knew, but a different, younger version of them with teenage issues and going to school and stuff like that.
And then sometimes the original would come in because they were professors.
Yeah, they were all teachers at Tiny Toons Academy.
Showing you how to be loony.
Yep. Looney Tunes Academy.
Yeah.
Yep. I love Tiny Toons Adventures.
Another. It was at reruns at this point. Some of these, but like Saved by the Bell, I remember watching that. That's how I like knew all the episodes because they came on Fox. Yeah, because it originally came on Saturdays, but then they did reruns for like a couple years. And I would just they just start at season 1 and just go through and through. So
a new episode every day.
Rerun.
Is that
yeah.
You would do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I remember like as a kid watching things like it's like I knew the episode. I've seen it before, but you just watch it. Like you just watch it and like were you like that?
Knew you'd seen it and you watch it anyways? Yeah, all the time.
Oh, okay. You just because it was on.
Yeah,
and you just watch it.
I think the reruns are the reason that I can't tell you like what happened on some of those shows, like what the overarching theme was.
Yeah.
Because you'd watch a rerun from season 3, and the next day, or 2 weeks later or something, maybe a rerun from season 1 or 5 or something, and you'd just be like, I have no idea what's going on here. But I like it.
Yeah.
So. For me, those 2 shows, the rerun shows, were Boy Meets World, and then even more so, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh yeah.
I think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air might have been the earliest adult show that I remember watching as a kid.
I remember.
And I think it was like 5 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
that I would watch it at.
Yeah, it was like 2 episodes, 5 to 6 or something. They used to do that on Fox.
And I was like, it was very rarely, maybe like 1 or 2 days a quarter or something that I'd actually get to watch that. But
yeah, I remember when I was like 4th or 5th grade, it was like Roseanne, Who's the Boss, Family Ties. It was like very early, like late 80s. So yeah. Of course, one time I remember I was so hungry. My mom was working, so I took her silver dollars, got on a bicycle, and like rode like 2 miles to a 7-Eleven, got donuts, brought them home, ate like 6 of them. Didn't know what to do with the other 6, so I put them down the garbage disposal. But I didn't.
Because you had to hide them before your mom got home.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Threw the box out into the lake in our backyard. But I messed up the garbage disposal because I didn't run water. I didn't know.
You ran it dry?
Yeah. To this day, she never does not know that I was the one that broke that garbage disposal.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, speaking of hustle, that was a hustle.
I was gonna say that's pretty hustle.
Yeah.
Snuck away to the store and ate them all and got rid of the evidence before she came home.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Done?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't have any more shows really.
Mine aren't after. These last two aren't after school, but maybe we could do like a favorite Saturday afternoon shows thing. But I was gonna say Hercules and Xena, and then RoboCop are the two that stand out for me. The TV shows.
I don't remember RoboCop.
Yeah, it was on for like a season and a half or two seasons or something. So it was probably all reruns by the time I actually got around to seeing it. But yeah, I remember watching Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
And the Adventures of Hercules back then. So we should do a Saturday afternoon. What was the best stuff to watch on Saturday afternoons?
Gilligan's Island.
American Gladiator.
Yeah.
Team Knight Rider.
Team Knight Rider?
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see Team Knight Rider? They had a Team Knight Rider, which was a bunch of other different vehicles, not just the one car. And it was a team. And then there was also... there was Sliders, but I think that was Sunday night.
Oh, I love Sliders.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a Doctor Who kind of. Like they just went to a different world.
Yep.
Yeah.
I rewatched that a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think
it went off the walls those later seasons.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like switched out the entire cast kind of off the walls.
Oh, it took
when
out...
I went to Sci-Fi Network, I think.
Oh, it took out the main character?
Yeah, Jerry
O'Connell.
O'Donnell. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I thought about when you said Knight Rider. The latest Goldberg's has Knight Rider.
In the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
Yep.
This car is awesome.
Yeah, and the turkey.
Yeah. I love Knight Rider though.
Yeah.
Knight Rider was awesome.
Knight Rider was good.
Look,
that's the one I was thinking of. It wasn't Team Knight Rider, it was Viper. Do you remember Viper?
No.
Oh my gosh. That was really campy.
Oh.
But it was like a Knight Rider knockoff, but it had a Dodge Viper as the main car. And it would like go into combat mode or something, and it would like roll out these metallic plating to like completely change into a different color car. Who was in Viper? I wanted to say it was the Hoff, but that's not right.
No,
that's Knight Rider. So.
And instead of Professor Feeney as the voice, it was Judge Philip Banks as the voice. Yeah. Oh, we should do that, like 80s shows.
Or just Saturday afternoon shows.
Yeah. I can't remember what DuckTales was. Was that Saturday? Or was that after school? That was after school.
Was it after school? I don't know. That was early for me, so I only saw those if somebody had recorded them or if I could get them from the library or something like that. Or the video store.
Yeah.
So.
Spider-Man, X-Men. Those are fun.
Hadoken!